The Bitcoin halving dump is currently underway, and is it possible that the Bitcoin price could be due for a retest down towards the $5,000 region? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. Bitcoin on an absolutely savage retracement from the 10K range. My friends, Bitcoin dropped roughly 15% here in just one 4-hour candle. Savage. And right now, we have to discuss the possibilities here of, hey, is this going to just be a healthy correction before a rip to new highs? Or, my friends, could this in fact have been the top of the pre-halving rally before a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin. Now, my friends, we should all be very well aware here. If you're subscribed to this channel, you would know that I've had this red box of tentative macro resistance painted here for months. My friends, we've seen this zone act as a level of interest for Bitcoin traders dating all the way back to 2018. Okay, this is roughly where Bitcoin stuck in its double top after our V-shaped correction from our initial capitulation from 20,000. Then the bottom of this range was a top here, and then fast forward all the way into the parabolic run there in 2019, we saw this range here act as a multi-month support before then breaking, back testing as resistance once again, and then plunging into the crypto abyss. My friends, we've come right back up into this level right here, right now, and what do you know? Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, Bitcoin has been rejected again. My friends, we have to take this into consideration here, that Bitcoin has still not, at least for the time being, broken this downward sloping trajectory of which it's been on now for years, okay? From a macro perspective, Bitcoin right now is still respecting this downward sloping line of resistance. What does this mean? Well, my friends, the momentum here still cannot break above this for the time being. We just see that upon tapping up against it again that we get rejected. This is not what you want to see. But it doesn't mean that all hope has to be lost. We're going to explain this further. But my friends, there were definitely signs here that this dump was potentially ready to commence, right? I was pointing it out for you, my friends, that on the one-day time frame here, the RSI was in completely overbought conditions while entering this tentative area of significant bearish confluence, also pushing up upon that downward sloping line of tentative resistance, which I just pointed out for you guys as well. Lots of potential bearish structural resistance in there with the overbought RSI, with the bearish divergence here on the MACD histogram, right? A series of lower highs on the histogram with ascending highs in the price action, right? Deceptive there, right? The bulls, oh, Kirby, look, we're going to the moon. And I said, little James, hold your giblets, my little friend, because there were signs there that, hey, you know, this may not be the time to put on those moon boots, little James, because we were coming up upon an area of key potential bearish resistance. And my friends, I told you that I was going to potentially speculate short. And guess what? The dawn struck again like a cobra out of the grass and got this crypto. Shout out to my VIPs. You guys know I entered my short position at $10,049 USD. Let's get this crypto. Hickory dickory dock, the Don shorted the absolute top. And right now, my friends, this trade for me is looking absolutely juicy. As you could see right there from my VIP alert, I'm going to pull it up again. But we could see here is that I entered right at the top. I'll show you guys that. But right now, most importantly, my stop loss is placed at break even. Right now, theoretically, I can't lose, right? So let's discuss what I think could potentially occur here, right? And of course, guys, if you want to see all of my real-time trade setup ideas, alerts, and everything just like this, that is what you get from me in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP and you want to see all of my trade alerts in real time, my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. But back to the chart here, okay? This area now is either going to be the top, that this is it, that this was the halving run, that we are seeing a pullback here, and that's it, right? And I've been showing you. Let me just set the stage here so we're all on the same page, okay? If we go back to a regular scale here, we pull our Fibonacci retracement tool, which in this case is an extension target. Our last parabolic run, aka a market cycle, right? Bottom to top, wound up finding rejection and the ultimate top at the 0.618 Fibonacci extension target based off the 20K top, right? So we found that rejection at the golden fib. Now, if we look at this little miniature market cycle here, right? Pull this one up. My friends, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And the Don has been putting it on your radar now for days and days and days that this region in particular may have been the top of this market cycle, right? Because we have the golden 0.618 fib. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, just look at how beautifully it kissed it. I mean, you can't ask for a more picture perfect kiss of the 0.618 Fibonacci. Let's get this crypto. If you see this, my friends, and you appreciate that Don Carbonaccio has been pointing this out here day in and day out, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you appreciate this content, and let's get this crypto. Okay, so all of this has come to fruition. Now what we have to start doing here is looking at this from a perspective of, hey, is this it? Has the structure been broken? And are we on a path now to potentially test much lower? Or does this just look like a chance to buy the dip before we travel to new highs, okay? So now that we've discussed why this potentially occurred here from a technical analysis perspective, now let's discuss, does this look like a potential healthy pullback, or does this look like it could dive much further, okay? Let's get this crypto. But if you are just tuning in right now, my friends, as I stated, if you could please smash that thumbs up button, it really helps the algorithm. So if you could hit that thumbs up button, and my friends, leave a comment for the algorithm, anything, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1 character, 2 characters, let's get this crypto, whatever you'd like to say. Thank you. It helps the channel. Do it for the algorithm, but most importantly, do it for the Don, okay? So now, here we are, looking at this from a perspective of structure. Clearly, my friends, we did have what appeared here to be somewhat of a bull flag pattern. All right, we'll actually just visualize this for a moment here, something like that, right? With a flagpole up, we broke out, and now we've dumped below. This area is concerning for me here on a micro perspective, ladies and gentlemen, because this whole area here now definitely has possibility to go from old support to now new resistance, all within this range. And if we do wind up back testing anywhere in here, really up to the mid 9,000s and fail, this is not what you'd want to see. For me there, getting rejected in here, turning old support into new resistance, definitely could suggest some potential lower price action. Of course, anything is possible. Technical analysis is not a fortune telling mechanism. It's just to look at the price action, observe what's going on, and try and gain a perceived edge over the market, right? For me, just like how we had this 0.618 Fibonacci up here, that again, I mean, this one, it's so beautiful, right? But let's get rid of this for now, and let's pull up the Fibonacci retracement here of this move so we could see if we can get an idea of potential targets to the downside, okay? If we are to continue on a heinous dump. Now, what we have to look at here, my friends, is that we do have this green box underneath here now, right? Just as this red box up here was the zone of potential bearish rejection, in my opinion. This green box here, if we dump down into it, is the zone where we could potentially form new, longer-term bullish macro support, right? And why is this? Well, simply, my friends, it's been historic support in the past. Over here, over here, over here. It acted as resistance on the way up, right? Exactly like what you'd want to see. Old support flipping into new resistance, and then it broke that resistance bullishly. And now if we are to test back into it, this is a very interesting spot. And as we can see here, it is in confluence with our golden Fibonacci here. And of course, you guys know this whole range in particular between the 0.5 and the 0.618 fibs is the honey hole of Don Carbaraccio. And for me, that is my absolute most favorite area, this pocket here for the fibs. And it lines up perfectly in confluence here with this level of old macro confluence, right? And we see that this would structurally look natural to potentially find support in here. It matches with the fibs. My friends, if we go to the weekly time frame and we pull up the moving averages here, I just want to put it on your radar as well, that we could potentially see the 200-week moving average creeping up into this range as well. Sure, we have a ways to go as of right now, but we are at about 5,768 here on the 200-week moving average, which has never been broken and closed below in Bitcoin's history. The most recent drop that we had was the closest we ever got to closing below it. But as you can see here, Bitcoin basically closed right on it. All the previous times in the past, my friends, you could see Bitcoin closed on it, started the bull run, Bitcoin closed on it, started the bull run, and right now Bitcoin has closed on it, but we are at that level of huge resistance here, right? And right now, until I see evidence that this is going to continue in a bullish way, I am comfortable staying in my short position. That doesn't mean that I'm opening new short positions right now. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I always get it. Oh, Kirby, so you're saying sell everything? One, little James, I'll never tell you what to do with your capital. I'm not your financial advisor. Two, you have to understand that I've been in a short position from literally the top here. So right now, it's essentially like I'm playing with house money, right? My stop loss is at break even. I'm going to let the trend inhale and exhale here. I am expecting a lot of volatility. The halving is set to commence in less than 2 days' time. And my friends, we all know that the emotions right now are running sky high. And that's why I haven't been doing videos every day here on YouTube. I told you I need to take my head out of the madness if I'm going to strike like a cobra and get this crypto. And my friends, I stayed out of the madness. I didn't want the emotional uproar of the Moonboy degenerates to clog my brain with garbaggio and limit my trading ability because of the garbage emotional things entering my brain, right? So I stepped back. I observed what I saw to be an immaculate opportunity, and I struck upon it, right? And that right there, my friends, is taking a bunch of things into confluence, really preparing for a large swing trade, right? Many people, they love the little ins and outs. Oh, Kirby, look, I made 1%. I'm using leverage, Kirby, leverage. The thing is, my friends, I don't look for the little 1%, 2%, right? I'm not looking for the soup in a sandwich type of trade. I'm looking for the whole restaurant. The Don does not eat the soup in a sandwich with a coffee on the side. The Don looks for the whole entire restaurant. And it's these types of trades, ladies and gentlemen, that I personally strive to hit when I can, right? And like I said, right now, whether this continues down, I'm going to be adjusting my strategy here, looking for new opportunities as well. And if we go up, well, I'll be looking to take profit and get in another trade. And that's why I'm telling you, my friends, if you're not already in my VIP, today is the day, my friends. You're going to continue to pick moonberries on the side of the road with Average Joe and James at the water cooler? Or you're going to get your cake and eat it too with Don Carbonaccio? Sheesh. Okay, my friends, that being said, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video, okay? But now, we have to take into consideration just that this range in particular down here has a lot of confluence, and it would seem natural for a pullback of this magnitude to occur down, potentially, in my opinion, between this honey hole here, which, my friends, goes all the way down. Let's go back to the regular chart here, down to the low 6,000s, okay? Basically, that's the deep retrace for what could be a potentially healthy retracement, which, again, I don't think I forgot. We're going to discuss if we pull back into this range, what could potentially happen. But if we go to the logarithmic view here as well, my friends, keep in mind that we could see here the 0.5 fib starts at about 6,200, and we do have the 0.618 on the log view down around 5,550. I'm just showing you the logarithmic Fibonacci's as well, as Bitcoin has loved to respect those too. But for me right now, I'm focused on the regular scale Fibonacci's. I really like that this honey hole is in confluence here with a bunch of historic support. Let's see if we have any moving averages here. On the daily, not so much. But yeah, it's essentially, my friends, let's check this monthly real quick. I just don't want to leave anything out if there is more confluence there. There you go. Sure, we have the 21 month in there. Let's actually flip that over to the 24 real quick, as I do love to look at the 24 in terms of the monthly here. Basically a 2-year moving average. Well, there you go, my friends. That is sitting right there in the middle of that range as well, just to add some more confluence of the 2-year price action to potentially support the price in there. You know, for me right now, if Bitcoin, keyword if, Bitcoin is going to continue to trend down, that to me looks like the area that it could potentially, you know, sell off into. And this is where traders could then potentially begin to get confident, speculating to the upside once again, maybe for the post-halving bull run that could potentially commence. Okay, now let's discuss that possibility there as well. If we are to pull back down into this zone here, you know, roughly between 7,500 and the low $6,000 range, with maybe a tap into the $5,000 range, right? Don't think I got you with the clickbait there, little James. Oh, Curry, what you said, 5K in the thumbnail. You know, this range, my friend, pulls right down. You saw with the fib there, right? Down potentially into the $5,000 range. That is why I outlined it as potentially into the 5K range, not just the 6, because we do have confluence down into the mid and high 5s. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so now let's discuss some further possibilities here from the bullish perspective, okay? But once again, my friends, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please, it helps the algorithm. I so appreciate you. I hope you appreciate me. Leave a comment, anything, one character. Let's get this crypto. And if you're brand new to the channel, well, my friends, you probably have already, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. This channel provides some of the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis you're ever going to find. You've probably figured that out by now. Most channels you see are moon. My friends, you'll also see things like, oh, Curry, the Fed is printing so much money. Bitcoin's going to save the world from hyperinflation. Oh, my friends, everybody, for whatever reason, feels like they're some economist all of a sudden. You have to understand, you could do this on your own time. I'm not going to get into a whole history lesson here on economics, but what you have to understand is that generally hyperinflation and things of that nature, even with the amounts of money being printed with the current quantitative easing program, it generally takes a while for the inflation to be realized. And in situations similar to like what we're in now, deflation is actually possible. Deflation, being the opposite of inflation, is possible in periods of time where the economy is in a depressed state, the velocity of money is very slow, and people are valuing the fiat currency more than they are valuing other assets, right? It's a thought process of when everything is risk on, the velocity of money is very high. Stocks theoretically do well. Commodities theoretically do well. When the velocity of money is faltering, like it has been now, when the economic environment is not healthy, arguably like it is right now, there can be periods of deflation, even when the money supply is increasing, because you won't realize the inflation until the velocity of money increases again, right? When people are valuing dollars or other world fiat currencies more than they are valuing commodities, equities, etc. The thing is that you can go through a period of deflation. I mean, you can do all of that on your own time. I'm just saying, I've been seeing a lot of memes and things lately that are all about the money supply, Curry, we're hyperinflating. My friends, I mean, just look up deflationary periods for yourself. When people are saving dollars and they're not freely spending, like with no respect for money. Right now, people are clinging on to their dollars. A lot of people are unemployed. Just look into that, okay? Let's get this crypto. But back here to the bullish scenario for Bitcoin, okay? If right now Bitcoin is to start bullish again, and this is just a quick dip before another rip, what we need to understand here is that we do see on the daily time frame all of our moving averages, the 21, the 50, and the 200, all moving up, possibly creating a bullish constructive formation, right? Also here on the weekly, I want you guys to notice the moving averages here on the weekly as well. Still right now, at least at the time of recording, Bitcoin is above the 50-week. The 21-week is now tilting upwards, and Bitcoin is still above it. And we know that the 21-week has been so critical all throughout Bitcoin's history, my friends. That is the orange line. Trading above the 21, we've been in very bullish market conditions. Trading below, we've generally been in bearish ones. Sure, past performance does not indicate future results, but in my opinion, it is more healthy than not that Bitcoin is looking to close its first complete weekly candle body above this region. An open and a close. Let's get this crypto. These things are starting to look healthy. The problem for me is ultimately the bearish overall macro trend and this potentially unbreakable bearish ceiling here, anywhere from roughly, really 10,000 up to 10,500, my friends. There's a lot of work to be done here. Okay. So, it's not all over for Bitcoin. I mean, certainly, like I've stated, we could even pull back down to the low 6,000s, maybe even the high to mid 5,000s here. And if we can get the bulls to come back in at this zone, put in another lower high, right? Boom, 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 right? It's possible, my friends, that we could squeeze into a pennant like this and potentially, finally, look to squeeze out of this structure here and break the multi-year downward sloping resistance line into somewhat of a giant bull flag, right? And that could be the fuel to the fire there after the halving in several weeks or months after, right? It's not abnormal, my friends, that this halving could become a buy the rumor, sell the news event. That would not be abnormal. And in fact, my friends, let's go over to the BLX briefly because I have it drawn out here. I just want you guys to realize that on halving number 2, right here, the dotted line down the middle, right? The Bitcoin price, my friends, if we zoom in here, I want you to understand this was the halving here. Pre-halving, Bitcoin ran all the way up, very similar to like what it did now, up 92%, okay? And then it hit several days, or rather about a week or two, maybe a little longer before the halving, after the initial FOMO, and we dumped off, my friends, about 38% to the downside. Very similar to what Bitcoin is doing right now with its roughly, I believe, where are we? Let's go back in here. I think we're about 20% down or so from the top here. Let's just measure that to see. Right, about 20%, 19% roughly right now at the time of recording. So, it wouldn't be abnormal. Let's actually take a 38% drop from here and see if it were to follow exactly like the last one. Well, my friends, it essentially puts us right back there into the honey hole of Don Carbonaccio. Again, you can't make this stuff up, right? So that would bring us right down into our honey hole, which again could become a potentially bullish, constructive zone to test up and then look to break out of this pennant, right? And obviously, on the contrary, if we get rejected there again, my friends, this could get very, very ugly, but that's too far into the future. For now, I'm sitting in an absolutely juicy profit. Ladies and gentlemen, hickory dickory dock, the Don truly shorted the top. And I told you guys that if you wanted to see how I was trading and setting up my plays for this exact range where the volatility could be massive and absolutely potentially life-changing moves could occur, I told you that you needed to get in my VIP, right? And for those of you that did, my friends, you saw that I set up this trade like an absolute savage, and right now I am looking for more opportunities. My friends, if you are not already in my VIP, today is the day. As I stated earlier, you're going to continue to pick moonberries on the side of the road with Average Joe and James at the water cooler, or you're going to get your cake and eat it too with Dodd Carbonaccio. Sheesh. My friends, if you're not already in the VIP, that is where I post all of my entries, exits, targets, insights, research, where I'm potentially looking to take profit, all of my trade setup ideas, everything. You get exclusive access to that. Here on YouTube, I can only post about once per day. And I told you, with all of the emotional madness going on in this market, I'm not even posting once per day because it's more important for me to keep my head in the game, stay logical and rational, and look to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And right now, I think I'm doing a pretty darn good job of it. So if you want to see all of my trade setup ideas in real time, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. Absolutely juicy trade here for the Don right now, and I am looking for more potentially life-changing trading opportunities right now as we speak. My friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And don't forget, my friends, if you could one last time, hit that thumbs up button for the algorithm, leave a comment, anything, my friends. Thank you for your comments. And of course, I mean, you definitely have by now, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. Welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built. When you hit the subscribe button, tick the bell, and select all, you will get all of my notifications in real time when I upload these analyses. So welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built. My friends, I'm looking to further potentially crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can for potentially life-changing trading opportunity. I will keep you personally updated with all of my trades in VIP, so I will see you exclusively in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto, and until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.